So, have you ever wondered if it's really possible to create a whole new reality for yourself just by changing what's going on inside your own mind? Well, let's get right into it, because according to the work of neuroscientist Dr. Joe Dispenza, the answer isn't just yes, it's a scientific fact. You know that feeling, right? You wake up, you go through the same motions, think the same thoughts, feel the same old emotions, and then you wonder why you get the same results day after day. It can seriously feel like you're stuck in a loop, running some program you didn't even write and have no idea how to stop.
And this is where it gets really interesting. Dr. Dispenza says the biggest, most important habit you can ever break is the habit of just being yourself. Now, I know that sounds wild, but his core idea is revolutionary. He argues that your personality, who you think you are, isn't set in stone. It's just a collection of habits, a memorized routine of behaviors, thoughts, and emotional reactions that, and this is the key part, we can consciously change.
To even begin to understand how to break that habit, we first have to look at the old worldview that keeps us trapped. It's a perspective that basically paints us as powerless victims of our circumstances. I mean, really think about this for a second. We get so used to our familiar emotional states, whether that's guilt or anger or anxiety, that our bodies literally become addicted to the chemical cocktail those feelings create. We then subconsciously go out and find situations that will trigger those same old emotions just so our bodies can get their fix. And that's what keeps us locked in the past. So for centuries, right, the old way of thinking, thanks to guys like Newton, told us the universe was like this giant clockwork machine, totally predictable. Your fate? Pretty much already decided. And your mind and physical matter were seen as completely separate things. But then, a new science showed up and offered a radically different and way more empowering view of reality. It shifted us from being a cog in a machine to being the creator in a field of endless possibility. And let me tell you, this wasn't just a small update to the old rules. This was a fundamental crack in the very foundation of how we understood the universe and our place in it. It really all kicked off with one simple yet world-changing equation from Albert Einstein: E equals mc squared. This was the key. It proved that energy and matter are so deeply connected, they're essentially the same thing. They're completely interchangeable. And this single idea just blew the doors wide open for a brand new field of science, quantum physics. And this shift is captured perfectly here. We went from seeing the atom as this tiny solid solar system, like a little billiard ball, to understanding it's actually more like a cloud of probability, a vibrant field of energetic potential. The whole focus moved from solid things to pure potential. So here's the really mind-bending part. The atoms that make up you, me, and everything we think of as solid are actually 99.999% energy and potential. Only a tiny, tiny fraction is physical matter. We are literally more no-thing than we are something. Okay, so if we are mostly made of potential, how in the world do we turn that potential into the reality we actually want? This is where the laws of the quantum world give us a direct role to play. This is how we become the quantum you. You see, quantum physics tells us there's this invisible field of energy that connects everything, and it isn't empty space. It is buzzing with infinite possibilities, all existing at the same time. There's a reality where you're healthy, one where you're wealthy, one where you're an amazing artist. Every single potential you can imagine already exists in this field as a possibility. In the quantum world, all these possibilities exist as these waves of probability, like the clouds of potential you're seeing here. But something incredible happens when a conscious observer, and that's what the eye represents, focuses their attention. The act of observation itself actually causes all those infinite possibilities to collapse into one single physical event. It's called the observer effect. And here it is. This is the most empowering part of this entire explainer. You are the observer. Your focused consciousness is the force that selects a potential reality from that infinite field and collapses it into your actual physical experience. It's that simple. Where you place your attention is where you place your energy. Now, I know this might be sounding a little bit like philosophy, but there is hard scientific evidence that our internal state, our mind, can and absolutely does create measurable effects in the physical world. It works because there is no separation. Your mind isn't just affecting energy. Your mind is energy. Your thoughts are electrical signals. Your feelings are magnetic signatures. And when you put those two together, you create a powerful electromagnetic field that broadcasts a signal out into the quantum field. A fantastic demonstration of this is an experiment from the HeartMath Institute. They had trained participants combine two things. First, an elevated emotion, a powerful feeling from the heart like love or deep gratitude. And second, a clear intention, a specific thought from the mind, like the goal to change strands of DNA in a test tube right in front of them. The results were just astonishing. The combination of a powerful feeling and a focused thought allowed people to physically change the shape of DNA molecules by up to 25%. They proved that our minds can influence matter without ever physically touching it. So all of this leaves us with a profound and incredibly empowering question. If science shows that your consciousness is what selects your reality from a field of infinite potential, and that your combined thoughts and feelings can literally change physical matter, what reality will you start observing into existence today?